Resilience to me is well, as the kind of catchphrase we have is that bounce back ability. It is that ability to cope, to survive, to sustain, to keep on keeping on.
It's about bouncing back from difficult situations.
Getting through things and sort of trying to build yourself back up after you've had several sort of knockdowns.
Just being strong and getting over things that have happened in the past, really.
Resilience has been defined in so many different ways. A lot of people define it as beating the odds or doing better than you think you might. Our latest definition that we use is beating the odds whilst also hopefully changing the odds.
Yes, I've got 2 children, so they keep me very strong and kind of focused, definitely.
Singing can do stuff that I want to, as well as that I'm told.
Just think about all the good things that's happened and talk to people about like, if I'm down and stuff.
I'll use things like sport or art or friendships as ways of maintaining a calm and to de-stress.
Happy thoughts.
Doing what I love and things that make you happy and surrounding yourself with the kind of people you want in your life and that you aspire to be and that kind of enhance you and encourage you and support you and love you.
I've been working in the field of resilience now for about 10 years. It's a fascinating field. One of the things it does is look at why it is that some young people do better than others given similar circumstances, and what we're trying to do in resilience research and practice is distill those elements and support other people to understand them so they can have them in their own life. And we've put together a framework, a resilience framework that anyone can use. It has lots of different ideas in it that can help people sustain resilience or develop resilience in tricky contexts and hopefully change some of those situations for the better, not just for themselves but for other people too.
The idea was to build on the information and research that we already had and like I say, kind of thinking about, okay, how can we make that information stick? So enlisting the young people to help us kind of think about, okay, this is what we know already, and also kind of getting their perspective on their experience too, and then putting that into something that people could use, like say foster carers could use or professionals could use in a really creative way, to think about how they can work together to create different futures for the young people in care.
We were aware of the resilience work with Angie, Hart and Brighton University, and there was a funding opportunity within the virtual school, and we wanted to make that connection with the university and see what we could do for our young people. I mean, thinking about in terms of resilience and how important it is for them to keep on throughout their education to achieve what they're able to achieve to fulfil their potential.
The young people themselves have really led on what they wanted to do with it, and lucky for us, they wanted to do something.
The project is resilience, and we're creating a book about resilience, and you guys get to decide what's going in it and how it looks.
Well, what we did is we started from the workshops to try and get, alright, okay, we know it's going to be about for young people in care. We want it to be a book about for them, and then to be like the main author, the co-designers for sure.
I did share my story, and I showed how I used resilience, and we discussed different ways of how we are resilient and what makes us resilient.
It's designed for foster carers and professionals, and it's got lots of activities inside it to sort of help promote resilience around for sort of foster children, and then my story is also included in that. So I think it would help foster children and other young people to sort of see that care experience can be a good one.
We did some activity days. We interviewed young people to talk about who their heroes were, about what they wanted to see. So we kind of gained a lot from them about what we wanted to put in it, and it's all paid dividends really, because the book is so different from what's out there. It's so unique, and it's all really down to them really, because it's all their input, it's all their ideas.
We were told that it was a very exciting new project where there would be the music group be creating a song, and that I was asked to choreograph along with the iMove dancers a piece to this. It was about portraying the idea of resilience, and it was to be performed at the conference on the 19th of May.
The music group and the dancing group kind of joined forces and were doing a dance based on the song. As I'm in both groups, I was kind of telling them what the dance group would have in mind, and then we would kind of work with that and then create a piece of music that the dancers could dance to.
I didn't want to put too much pressure on them to say, right, we're going to write a song, we're going to write a verse, a chorus, it's going to rhyme, it's going to have this pattern, it's going to have, you know, a hook, and I didn't want to kind of frighten them in that sense. So we started off just with brainstorming.
There was a whole group of us, and we had like a big piece of paper and just wrote like all our feelings down on it and wrote some words down, and then yeah, that was just how we sort of made the lyrics.
Shannon did have a chorus in mind, so we used her chorus, and Zara started writing some verses up for us, and we kind of just went from there.
We had a gentleman come in called Jack, who was great. He plays the guitar, and he was done producing before. So with him, we kind of changed around the chords, had some ideas whether to use acoustic, what kind of instrumentation we were going to use, the arrangement in that sense. And within a couple of weeks, we had pretty much put a whole song together.
We recorded a rough version in a really big room. We did have the correct gear though, so we had a rough copy that we gave to the dancers, and then the dancers took it from there and got a rough draft of what the dance was going to look like.
And from that, I then choreographed the main motif, the main section, and the girls are always happy to volunteer moves that we kind of workshop or try, see if it fits in. But I keep trying to focus the group on what is it about, what we're trying to show.
We based the dance on what we've had the music on. We didn't have it for very long. We've only had the new track for a few weeks really, so we're trying to make it all get bigger and better over the weeks we've had.
Nina is a great choreographer, so she had loads of ideas in mind. We started with this box. She was like, pretend you're in a box, and she gave us a piece of paper with the box's edges numbered. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we had to use our phone numbers, and like the number that we got, we had to like make some kind of movement towards that corner, which was really good because it was like about being resilient, like trapped, and then you kind of had to like escape, which was pretty awesome. And yeah, we just focused on movements that were quite resilient and took it from there.
We went to a recording studio and we went in separately to sing the song.
A very cramped space that was really, really hot, and we recorded individually.
We all went into like separately and we all sang a song like by ourselves.
Like, so like singing through a lot of microphone. And
I done some harmonies and stuff. Yeah.
I thought it was quite good actually, because I've never like recorded anything and listened to it before.
It was fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Just being part of this project is pretty awesome. I mean, meeting new people and learning new things, learning different ways to be resilient.
And also I think where the project has gone on to develop is just, yeah, fantastic.
It's as it's gathered momentum, then the other ideas have come, which is, you know, it's great because it's involving the young people at every stage and more, and every development, every extension has the young people, you know, at the heart of it, leading it really.
I've been waiting for the launch of this book, toolkit, whatever you want to call it, for months, and it's nearly there. So I can finally say, this is it.
It'd be really exciting to watch it all kind of come together and stuff, and it kind of like, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't signal the end, it kind of signals the beginning kind of thing of getting it out there, getting it to a wider audience.
This particular project is very exciting for people, not just in Brighton and Hove, but also people around the country and researchers and practice developers internationally. They're really excited about seeing the film, and other researchers are going to learn from this about how young people themselves can actually take the lead in doing things and coming up with their own fantastic book and other outputs.
It started off really little and then it got into this massive thing, which is going to be at the Amex, and it's just, what? It's like an amazing experience. It's awesome. There's no other word to describe it.